Hi guys, welcome to Code Bashers. In this video, we will be seeing a lead code question that is longest palindromic substring. In this question, we are given a substring S. We have to return the longest palindromic substring which is present in S. So let's look at an example. See here, input string is BABAD and the output is BAB. That is, BAB is the only longest palindromic substring which is present in this input string. Here ABA can also be a valid answer because both of these have the same length, so we can return any of these strings. Now another example is S is equal to CBBD. So here the longest palindromic substring is BB. So here the length is 2 and no other substring is present, so we will return BB as our output. Now next example is when there is a only single letter present in input string. So here it is A, so we will simply return A from here. That is, if a single letter is always a palindrome. Now again, in last example, that is there are two letters present, A and C, and we know that every individual letter is a palindrome in itself. So we can return either A or we can also return C also. So this was the entire question. Now let's look at the approach of this question. So first approach is the very naive approach. That is, what we can do, we can find all the substrings which are present in this particular string and we can check which substring is palindrome or not, and based on that value we can find the longest palindromic substring. But that is a very naive solution. That is, it will cost us large time complexity of O of n cube, that is n square complexity for finding all the substrings, and On extra for finding that whether the given substring is a palindrome or not. So overall On cube will be time complexity of the naive method. So in this video, what we will be discussing is a better approach of On cube, that is a On square approach. The name of this approach is expansion through a particular index. That is, now see what we'll do. We will try to find the every possible palindromic substring from each index of the given string. So let's select it. Okay. So now what we'll do, for every index present in our input string, what we'll do, we will try to find the maximum possible palindromic substring that particular index can form. That is, for example, let's take an example. Here it is BABAD. So let's take an random index. Let's say we will take this index, that is B. Now what we'll do, we will try to expand this index to find the maximum palindromic substring which can be formed from this index. So we know that first the pointer is at B. So we know that it is a single character and single character is always a palindrome. Now what we'll do, we will circularly expand around B. So now we will go one step behind B and we will go one step ahead of B. Now we will check whether these two variables, that is whether these two variables are same or not. So we can see that here it is A and here also it is A. So it means that these two variables are also same. So it means that these three variables will contribute to the palindromic substring. Now again, once we have done it, now what we have to do, we have to keep expanding till we do not found the same variable. Now AA are same variables. Now again, what we'll do, we will now try to increase the length of longest substring. So we will go 2 direction left of B and again 2 direction right of B. So again we can see that here it is B and here it is D. So these two variables are not same, and therefore these two can't contribute to our substring, palindromic substring. So we will not take these two variables in our answer. We will just take the values just before these two variables, which are AA. So in the end, what happened is these three variables formed the longest palindromic substring which can be formed using this particular index, that is B. So answer here will be ABA. Now this was the one case. That is, what we are doing, we are taking a random index B and we are expanding one to the right and one to the left. But this will result in all the odd length. This will result in all the odd length palindromes. But there can be even length palindrome also. So for that, what we have to do, let's see another example. Now we have seen the example where we can expand around a particular index and it will give us odd length palindromes. You can see that ABA is an odd length palindrome, but this B can be involved in forming an even length palindrome also. So again what we'll do, we will check even length palindrome also for every index. So let's take this example. Now what we'll do, we will take a random index, say this b. Now we have to check even length palindrome, so we have to take another pointer to next variable also. So first what we'll do, we will check whether these two variables are same or not. So you can see that these two variables are same, so these two variables will contribute to our maximum palindromic substring. Now what we'll do, we will move one to the left of this variable and we will move one to the right of this variable. Now again we can see that here it is a and here again it is a. So these two variables will also contribute to the palindromic substring. So till now these four variables are the part of our longest common or longest palindromic substring. Now again what we'll do, we will move twice behind of this b and again we will move twice ahead of this b. So again we can see that these two variables d and d are again same variables. So again these two variables will also contribute to our longest palindromic substring that can be formed using this b. So again now this. So these two variables are also acquired in this palindrome. Now again what we'll do, we will go 3 steps behind it and 3 steps ahead it. But we can see that there are no variables, that is there are no variables at the either end of the string. So it means that this is our breaking condition. So the maximum length of palindrome substring which we can find using this b of even length is this substring, that is DABBAD. So what we have encountered using this approach is that when we have to find the odd length palindrome, what we'll do, we will take only one pointer to a particular index and we will do it for every index, and we will expand it around the center, that is we will move one step back and one step forward. So this will result in this will give us the palindrome substring of odd length, and second and there can be again the palindrome substrings can be of even length also. So for that what we'll do, for every index what we'll do, we will take 2 pointers, one for the current index and another pointer will be for current index plus 1. Now again what we'll do, we will expand one step behind and we will expand one step ahead, and we can find all the palindromes of even length. So this approach will give us even length palindrome. Using 2 pointers we can find even length palindrome, and using 1 pointer only we can find only odd length palindrome. So for every particular index we have to find both even length palindrome also and odd length palindrome also, and then we have to compare which one is greater, which one has greater length, and then we will output it as our answer. So this was the entire approach. I hope you understood this approach. Now let's write the code of this approach. Okay, so first what we'll do, we will first iterate our first we'll declare variables. So one variable will be int start. It will be initialized with -1, that is from which for which index our current substring is starting. Another one is int en, that will denote our end variable, that will denote at which index our current substring is ending. So we will initialize it both with -1. Then we will take int length, that will be initialized with 0, that is the current maximum length of palindromic substring. Now what we'll do, we will take 2 variables more, that is final s, that will contain the value of the longest substring, that is the starting point of the longest palindromic substring. So again it will be initialized with -1 initially, and another variable will be int fe. It will contain the ending point of the final longest palindromic substring. So again in starting it will be initialized with -1. So now what we'll do, we will simply iterate over our input string s dot length I plus plus. Now as I have told you earlier that for every index we have to calculate odd length, we have to calculate the maximum odd length substring and maximum even length substring, that is for every index. So what we'll do, we will call a function check, which will give us it will give us longest palindromic substring odd length in which in it we will pass string, then we'll pass I, that is the center at which we have to expand. For odd length the center is only one, that is only one pointer is there, so we will send it I, and another one is also I will tell you later why we have passed two i's. Then we'll pass the st, that is st means the starting point of the current substring, and then we'll pass the en, that is the ending point of the current substring. Now this check function will return the longest palindromic substring that can be found out, that is of odd length and is starting from ith index. Now if this x is the length, if is greater than the original length, that is the input length, then what we'll do, we will update our length to x. We will do f of final s is equal to sn st will be passed by reference, so st fe with en. Now this was the case that this check function will be returning the maximum possible length of palindromic substring of odd length, that is their odd length which requires only one palindrome. Now we will take int y also, and again we will make a call to check function, and now here it will take argument s I, that is I is the index at which the starting I is the index by which we can expand it. So first pointer will be at I and second pointer will be at I plus 1. So what we'll do, we will do s, and then in second argument we'll pass I plus 1, then we'll pass st, then we'll pass en. Now again this if condition will be copied, control V. So here where it was y, it will become, where it was x, it will become y. So now what these function are doing, this first check function will be giving, in which there are starting and ending point are same. This will be giving the longest palindromic substring which will be of odd length, and this second check function will be giving the longest palindromic substring which is of even length. So therefore in this we have passed two i's, and in this we have passed I and I plus 1. Now let's write the check function. So what will our check function return? It will return the maximum length of palindromic substring. So int check, first is string s, then is int, let's say p1, and second point will be p2. Now sir, another argument will be int passed by reference starting point, int passed by reference ending point, that will be starting and ending point of the particular substring. Now we will take a variable int count that will store the length of the palindromic substring. Now what we'll do, if our p1 is double equivalent to p2, so it means that if our p1 is double equivalent to p2, here is the case, that is we have passed two i's in here. So if our p1 is double equivalent to p2, it means that we are checking for the odd length substring, odd length palindromic substring. So in this case b will already be contributing to our substring. So what we'll do, we will do count plus plus, we will do p1 minus minus, and we will do p2 plus plus. So this was the case. Now we will run a while loop while p1 is greater than equal to 0, because see, when we were expanding towards our left, then we have to do p1 minus minus, and when we are expanding towards right, then we have to do p2 plus plus. So while our p1 is greater than equal to 0 and our p2 is less than s dot length, then what we'll do, we will check if the values of, if s of p1 is not equal to s of p2. If s of p1 is not equal to s of p2, then what we have to do, see, then what we have to do, here was the case, like this was b and this was d. So this is the case where s of p1 is not equal to s of p2. So this means that this is the breaking condition, and these substring which were before these values, that is p1 plus 1, at p1 plus 1 this was a, and p1 plus 1 that was a, and p2 minus 1 that was a again. So till these values our palindromic substring was forming. So what we'll do, if this is the case, then then the starting point of our palindromic substring will become st is equal to p1 plus 1, en is equal to p2 minus 1, and we will what we will do, we will simply return count from here. Count will store the length of the palindromic substring. Now this was the case if the characters as p1 at p2 and p2 are not same. But what if they are same? So then what we'll do, see, if they are same, then we will simply do p1 minus minus, that is we have to check for next iteration. See, here a and here a was same, that is at p1 and p2 were same. So what we were doing p1 minus minus and we were doing p2 plus plus. So p1 minus minus and p2 plus plus we were doing, and we will be incrementing a count with 2. Why 2? Because now 2 more characters, that is 2 more characters have been placed in our palindromic substring. So this was the case. So now if in the end of this while loop, what we'll do, we will simply repeat this step. So we'll simply repeat this step, that is st is equal to p1 plus 1 and ending point will be p2 minus 1, and we will return count. So fs, now this is fine. Now after this for loop has occurred, what we have done, we have for every index we have found the maximum possible odd length palindromic substring and maximum possible even length substring. So in the end we have updated the values of the maximum value in length. Now what we'll do, we will return now this fs and fe. After this for loop has ended, fs and fe contains the starting point and the ending point of the longest palindromic substring which is present in the input string. So what we'll do, we will return s dot sub str. Starting point will be f of s and second argument is the length, that is f of e minus f of s plus 1. So now let's just run it. This was the entire code. I hope you are liking this video. Please like the button. Please like the video if you haven't done it till now. So our code is running fine. So let's just submit it. So as you can see that it is accepted. So this was it for this video. I hope guys you like this video. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button for this video. Thank you.